Hello diecast fans and welcome to another new episode of Jim's Magnificent Miniature Motor Cars and to the unboxing of a brand new 2017 Ford GT by Mini GT, this time in ingot silver. I mean, as you know, well, as regular viewers of the show will know, the Ford GT is probably the single most unboxed car in this entire program, but I never get tired of it. So let's see if this particular car lives up to the legend. Alright, so here she is, the 2017 Ford GT in ingot silver. See how she compares to the launching Ford GT. And wouldn't you know it, she compares pretty darn well. Now, I'm going to make a comment here that might not be popular with everybody. Alright? Because as many times as I've unboxed the Ford GT, I've always had an issue with, if you'll have a look here, the grossly uneven wing mirrors. Okay, this is obviously a manufacturer defect, and they cured it with the Mark II, which the wing mirrors were basically well, they were symmetrical as they should be. Now this car, I am unboxing this car something like 9 months after I unboxed the very first Ford GT, and I noticed that they didn't even bother to fix this mistake. Okay, and this bothers me. I mean, I love the car, I love the casting, you know that I've given high marks to just about every other iteration. But it's genuinely disappointing that 9 months after they first launched this, and they've undoubtedly had every opportunity to see and correct the mistake, they haven't bothered to fix this. I mean, I don't know what goes into correcting molds or anything like that, but it really would have been nice if for this, this iteration of the car at the very least, they could have fixed it, given us some symmetrical mirrors, but no. Okay, so yeah, given that this car is coming out so late after that first launch, and that Mini GT probably had ample opportunity to fix their mistake, the fact that this is still there, it just really bothers me. So I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. Yeah. Am I being small-minded? I don't know, maybe. But it just strikes me that, these guys, I mean, I've been giving them my money pretty regularly for the last several years, and they can't even correct something as basic as symmetrical wing mirrors. I mean, come on. 8 out of 10 seems generous if you ask me. Right? But in every other respect, well, it's just fine. Well, there's another thing. Look at that. Little paint bubbles on a brand new car. Tut Mini GT. You guys are better than this. At least usually. So yeah, I mean, geez, you remember those of you who collect Mini GTs and who've been doing so for a while, you remember that time when they pulled out a Lamborghini Aventador, a Liberty Walk, because I think the examples were suffering from extreme paint rash. I think they were back when Mini GT experimented with having the cars made in Bangladesh. Well, guess what, dudes? Your cars are made in China and they still have paint bubbles. So that ain't good. Still in all, I'm sticking with 8 out of 10. Goodness knows I should probably dock you guys points considering I gave the Bentley Continental GT a 4 out of 10 for paint rash, which is worse and more visible than this. But yeah. No, you know what? Screw you guys. 6 out of 10. We deserve better for the money we're spending on these cars. I mean, you guys are gonna churn out yet another iteration of this casting. I mean, God knows you've already done so many since it first launched early this year. You can't even fix something as basic as these asymmetrical wing mirrors, and you can't even give us a decent paint job. See? So as much as I love the Ford GT and as generous as I've been with past iterations, this is gonna have to get a 6 out of 10 from me. Alright? I mean, come on, Mini GT. You guys are better than this. Do better.